Hey guys, what's up? Cody here. I think we're gonna have to tear into the bottom bracket. I just had my first mountain bike race there just over the past weekend, and on my sprints I was really hearing some creaking noise down at the bottom, and honestly my cranks feel pretty loose. You guys will hear that in just a second. But first up, before we do any work, we're gonna clean this baby up. So now that we've washed it up, it's a great time to dry it off. Make sure you get all the water spots done, okay? Now let's talk about how to test and see if your bottom bracket is bad. Okay, simply just spin your sprocket, and if you feel some grinding, it's probably a good telltale sign that there's some grit and dust in there. Now you can also take two hands and wiggle the cranks back and forth, and if they feel loose or if you have some movement there, that's another indication that your bottom bracket needs either replacing or maintenance. Okay, so step number one, remove your dust caps. Okay, these are very simple. Normally takes us an 8mm Allen key, and simply just screw out each side. Okay, now your next step is to pull the cranks. I'm using a generic automotive crank puller. I suggest that you get a proper bike crank tool to remove your cranks. Okay, now although this crank puller hasn't damaged my cranks, it hasn't damaged any threads, it's just a little harder to work with, and it's not guaranteed to fit any style. Okay, so keep that in mind. And moving on to the other side, it's very simple. You do the same thing. Screw it in, tighten it down, secure it, and pop it off. Now, what you do with the chain is up to you, okay? But just remember that that chain has to go back around the sprocket before you install it. Alright, so this is the money maker. This is Park Tools 22 tooth bottom bracket tool. And this is what's going to peel this bottom bracket out of the giant Talon. Okay, it's actually a pretty cool little piece. This is a more simplistic version than what some of them come, but it also gives you the option to where you can get onto this with an adjustable wrench on this part here, or you can get onto it with a socket set. Okay, so it's really simple how it works. All you do, you can find this, it's like $20 at your local shop. I literally just picked this up like 30 minutes ago. And so how it works is it literally fits right over that, and the teeth simply sink in just like that, and you can hook up to it. And now this is going to be counterclockwise, okay, so keep this in mind. You guys are always going to want to loosen the non-drive side first. Alright, a lot of people think this bottom bracket job is kind of a hefty job, but honestly it's pretty simple. Like I said, start with the non-drive side first, break it loose, and then screw it out with your fingers. Okay, you can do it on the other side as well. Now remember, this side is clockwise, okay? You're going to go clockwise, all right? Don't go counterclockwise. These are left-handed threads, okay? So then you simply screw it out with your hands, and your bottom bracket will pop right out with it. So now that I have everything off, I'm inspecting like my crank sets and where it mounts onto the bottom bracket, and they are dirty. I mean, look at all that grime and grit, dust in there. Not saying that that's what's causing the creaking noise, but I mean, it can't be helping anything. So I'm gonna clean these up really good. I have some brake cleaner and some rags that I have, laying around in my garage here. Now, don't spray the brake cleaner directly on any of the materials that you're going to clean with it. Okay, spray it onto the rag first, and then get her nice and shiny. Okay, so I also have a little toothbrush to help me out. Helps me get in all the grooves and clean out the threads really good. Man, that is just some dirty, dusty, crappy crank set head right there. Okay, so let's get that cleaned out, and then we'll start putting her back together. Now also, if you can see, look at all the dust and dirt and grime that's on the inside of those threads. Now that would be more apt to creating that creaking noise that I'm hearing whenever I get start putting some power down through the pedals, like on those uphill climbs. So we're gonna clean this out real good with brake cleaner, like I said, and a rag. And then reiterating again, make sure don't put that brake cleaner directly on the part that you're going to be cleaning. Put it on the rag first. Alright, let's get to cleaning. So we got them all shined up. Check that out. They look pristine. Okay, now all you have to simply do is just reverse the process, and let's put the bottom bracket back in. Okay, so now that I have my bottom bracket shell cleaned out, I have inspected and cleaned off my bottom bracket. It's time to reinstall, okay? And we're simply just going to reverse the process we did to uninstall, okay? To reinstall, we just reverse it, blah, 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 blah. Should be pretty self-explanatory, all right? Now, do not forget your grease. You gotta grease this baby up, okay? You don't want it to go in there dry because you will have more creaking than when you started, all right? Now, hopefully this solves my creaking problem. If not, the bearing feels okay, or the bottom bracket feels okay. They roll pretty nice. There's no grinding. There's no, creaking right now, but that could change. That could change when I get it in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and reinstall it, and hopefully it fixes my creaking problem. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to get a new bottom bracket. But anyways, let's just see how it works. Okay, so the reinstall process is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, start with the drive side this time, and you're going to go counterclockwise. Okay, keep that in mind. These are left-handed threads. Alright, now you just simply reverse the entire process, and I think you guys can figure it out. If not, replay the video, and you guys will see the steps in order. Alright, let's see if it fixed it. So guys, doing some maintenance on the bottom bracket has completely solved my creaking problem, which is awesome. I was really expecting to have to replace it, but it took me 30-45 minutes to take that sucker out, clean it up, lube it up, put it back in, and now the creaks are gone. So sometimes that's all you need, right? And maybe in the next 500 miles, I might have to replace it, but I think I'm gonna upgrade anyways. Go to like a Holotech or something. But anyways, thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you got some good value out of it. And if you did, if you enjoyed the video, give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button, because I put videos out just like this one every single day. All right guys, thanks for watching, and peace out.